Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Battle Brothers. In the last video, we got ourselves a mission to patrol the roads, and along the way we did encounter one band of brigands, and with the assistance of a noble house, we were able to defeat them. But because we had that assistance, we were only able to collect 5 heads out of the 14 that we did face. Now, we've gotten to the second to last location. Our last location is just to go back to where we got the mission in Weisenhaus. And we have encountered some brigands just as we arrived at the town. Before I encounter these brigands, though, I want to do some cleanup. First off, did we get any level ups? I did not check. It doesn't look like we did, but I do have some loot to sell at this town, so we might as well do that. There isn't anything ongoing in this town, so prices should be alright. As a matter of fact, the salt that we bought in the last episode, I bought it for $305. It's worth $340, and we can sell it here for $365. So it's not a massive profit, but it's a profit. So we'll go ahead and sell all of that. And then amongst the loot that we got here, I think for sure we can sell the pickaxe. Is this military pick? Yeah, the one that I have in my inventory is in a better status. As far as a flail, we've got a better status one. Get rid of that cleaver. I don't think we need any more helmets, so I'll sell both of these, and I don't think we need the armor either. Sell those bucklers. I think I'll keep the throwing axes and the 2 kite shields, but I may actually get rid of one of our kite shields here, the one that's 87%. And I think that's going to be good, so let's just sort everything. And I don't think there's anything else here that we really need. There's a weaponsmith, but I want to save up for the armor. Maybe some interesting items here. A warhammer, I don't think I've seen that before, and the winged mace. Just as a comparison, the winged mace, I'm sure, is an upgrade over the Morningstar, so we see damage does indeed go up, at least on the maximum. And also, we have more effectiveness against armor. And then I'm going to assume that the warhammer, one-handed hammer, is an upgrade over the military pick. So taking a look at that, does look like it does more damage and also is more effective against armor. So same kind of upgrades we saw with the winged mace over a Morningstar. And I'm going to assume that you're going to have the same kind of skill attacks. I'm not actually that familiar with what the military pick would have as far as skills that you'd use. But with the Morningstar you can stun, so I'm going to assume the winged mace you'd be able to do the same. But considering that these cost around about 3,000 gold, and the armor that we're looking for costs around 4,000. We're definitely going to have to save up our money for the meantime. But after we get that armor, I think for sure we're going to start looking to upgrade our weapons because we haven't really seen any upgraded weapons in quite some time. So at least as far as loot is concerned. So I feel like we've kind of capped ourselves out as far as that's concerned. All right. You know, I didn't pay attention. Was there any tools or anything here? Both tools and medical supplies are going for the same prices. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy a set of tools because you do go through those quite often. And this is not too much of an upmark. That will probably blow the profit that we got as far as selling the salt. But again, prices are decent here. I don't know if this antidote is really worth it because it cures you of poison, and the only poison that we've encountered so far, and there may very well be other sources of poison, has been goblins. And to pay 100 gold to alleviate that poison, yeah, the poison's annoying, but let's say you bought this and you had the circumstance where the person that had the antidote was nearby somebody that was afflicted by poison, and they weren't tied up in a combat zone, which I'm assuming they wouldn't. They would have to not be free like that. You used it. A goblin could then just next turn hit them with the poison again. So, you know, I don't know how worth this is to the point that I'm definitely not going to be buying it. All right. With that being said, let's go ahead and tangle with these brigands. I really don't want to fight them in the swamp, I don't think. Especially as you see, they do have a few brigand marksmen. So they should have an advantage over us in ranged combat. Well, let's go ahead. Ooh. Oh, I was a little quick there. I just noticed that this noble house troop showed up. Maybe if we had waited a little bit longer, they might have even been already chasing them. All right, so it doesn't look like we're going to be in the swamps, which looks like we're going to be more open terrain here. Let's go and engage. Now, the upside of engaging these guys without getting that noble house involved, is that we get all the heads that are here. All right, so taking a look at what we've got. We do have a two-handed axe. A lot of shields here. A lot of kite shields. That's going to be tough to deal with as far as things go. And they have two crossbowmen. They may be able to take advantage of this high ground, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to stop them. I could take a couple long-range shots here, but their archers are not in range. And I don't think 42% chance to hit is worth it. So I think we're just going to wait with our archers. Let's see how successful their archers are at firing at us. All right, so far so good. Crossbows concern me more than the archers because of their ability to defeat armor better. But we had them go, so... Granted, I think the one crossbowman may have waited, and he did get up on top of high ground, so that's going to be tough to deal with him. Alright, so I expect them to just turtle up. That is actually going to put them at a disadvantage if they don't step up and take that high ground, though. Interesting. I don't think they're going to do it. So they're going to give me quite a bit of an advantage when it comes to closing with them. Ah, there they go. I was going to say, there's no way that they were not going to take that high ground. Alright, we'll shield wall up here. Try and take the... because of this bush, we're going to have a little bit of problems. But Gunther's going to be slow anyway, so let's just close ranks this way. Fortunately, these guys move together, so they will get their bonuses together. Now, I could rush to get this high ground if I wanted to, but if they pull for it, that would put their guys quite a bit out of position. We would be able to surround them, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'd rather have the shield walls out. All right, Gunther's slower. I think we have him move here, perhaps, and shield wall up. That'll help the rest of the men. Then finally we get our flank. All right, let's step up and see what shot we can get. So this guy up on the hill is going to be hard to deal with. And he's actually providing shelter to men behind him. The real men that I would want to go after are unfortunately being covered pretty well here. I think we go after the crossbowman that hasn't gone. Hopefully we can get a lucky shot here. Oh, wow, we got a massively lucky shot. So I'll take that. And we get another shot because we killed him, because we do have the Berserker trait. So why don't we go after their other archer? Unfortunately, I'm not in range of the crossbowmen because of the hill, I'm assuming. But let's go after their other archer. I didn't, you know, it wasn't that great of a chance to hit him, so I shouldn't be too surprised. We got lucky, and I think we should be happy about that. All right, so their crossbowmen going to end their turn. Okay. I am always concerned about my backliners, too. Sometimes the archers and the crossbowmen, they have a habit of going after backliners. They putting up some spear walls. I won't get to them this turn, so that's actually a burn of the stamina that they have. So I'm more than happy for them to do that. That was a shield wall and a spear wall. That will really burn through this guy's stamina very fast. All right, so we're going to have some more shots at us here. We're just going to be patient. Yeah, see, they like to go after your backliners. That's the kind of stuff that I hate. And he's half dead now, so I'm probably going to have him leave the combat. I could go after their archer. I could wait until... Well, what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is this guy pulls off 2 shots and kills the wounded man. But I think the wise thing to do is hold off until we get a closer range shot. Yeah, see, they're gunning for him. That's what the AI likes to do. They like to go after your backliners, even though it's a really low chance that, well, not really low, it's a lower chance to hit, just like what I did. I put a lucky arrow into their back line. That's what they're trying to do. And it can be maddening. All right, chucking some throwing weapons at us. They do have a couple. All right, he went all in for that. Okay, so he's going to put up his spear wall and his shield wall up again. He's going to be really tired by the time this is all said and done. We're going to go ahead and walk in here, put up our shield wall. Now, it's possible that they'll be covered here pretty well by the bushes. All right. So here, gain a bit of high ground. Now the question is, do I rush in and give this guy an advantage? I feel like we gotta tackle this guy up on the hill regardless. We could just try and push him off the hill and not have to worry about it. As a matter of fact, I could do that now. I would not be able to put up a shield wall. Let's see what our chance to hit him is. 75%. I think that's pretty good. Let's try and knock him off the wall. Off the... He could just retake it. But that doesn't mean that he would have to spend his turn doing that. I'll try for it. Fortunately, I don't have enough action points to take the high ground unless I do this. Maybe worth it. That does put me in kind of a dicey situation here. But I don't want them to be able to take the high ground. So I'm going to try for it. That is kind of the danger. They do get to go. Alright, they already went for this guy. They already gunned for him. I'm fairly certain that they're going to keep up with that. We did pick up a grazed neck injury, which unfortunately is going to cause us to bleed. That doesn't mean I'm going to have to do something about it. My archer should have a bandage. That doesn't mean I can't run away then. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and move up here and put myself into a position. But I am a little hesitant to put him in that position. That does also mean my archer's not going to do anything this turn to deal with that. So there we see a little bit of the bleed effect. So I am very concerned for the livelihood of this guy. All right, and our turn. I'm really going to have to remember to use that bandage. It's going to cost 7 action points to do. If it comes down to it, and our archer can't do it, one of these guys up front can, as long as they don't get engaged. Alright, so archer does have a bandage. So I'm going to have to step. It does cost 7 action points, so it's just going to be a single step here, and then bandage ally. We're going to bandage this guy. That will clear the injury. Did that guy just attack me from back there, or did I misunderstand what just happened? Interesting. Okay, shield wall up. Shield wall, and I expect an attack. Alright. I could run with him now. I could put him in these bushes, and that would ensure his life, I think. And it might be a good call, because if he takes another crossbow bolt, he's dead for sure, I think. I'm really torn on this. Because we could step up one and be able to engage here. I'm just really unsure what's going to happen with these guys. And I really don't want him going down. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and retreat to this bush. That should make him unseeable. Whether or not that will count for this turn, I'm not exactly sure. At least it'll make him a harder target, I hope. Alright, so at this point, we can go ahead and take shots. I don't think it matters if we step up any. I'm going to try and go for their crossbowmen. I have a high, I think it's a high likelihood they will go after my archer here. So it might be a good idea, take my shot and then step up. And move with the group. As a matter of fact, why don't I step up now? So I'll move here. Hopefully my shields will be able to protect me to some extent. Okay, we did manage to land a hit. I am going to wait just so that we can possibly move with the line as they move up. Let's go ahead and wait with the rest of our back line. See, they're going after my archer. That's exactly what I thought they would do. So the reason I moved up like that is because I knew that moving up would make it harder for me to be hit. If I stood back there, it's possible they'd be able to shoot over my front line and get a much better chance to hit me. So that's why I did what I did. So he can't attack me from back there. All right, so they're really gunning for this guy. Hopefully he can hold out. He's done a good job so far. All right, they're throwing all the stuff that they've got at us. All right. So this guy, he ran up. He has no shield wall up. Let's go for him. He doesn't have a helmet either, so if we hit him in the head, that's pretty much game over for him. I think we go full offense here just because this is a really good opportunity to try and kill this guy. Okay, well, that's not good. We want that guy to move sometime soon, but it looks like everybody that could attack him is already gone. Okay, well, I think if we're going to round a corner, we're going to want to do it here. Let's go ahead and put up our shield wall, see if we can block this attack. Fortunately, no. We are going to still move in. Okay, we didn't manage to... Oh, you asshole. Okay, so they pushed me off. I gained that ground. They pushed me right back. All right. I'm going full offense here. I really don't like the idea of pushing in here by myself. Because this man was supposed to assist, and he got pushed back. Now would be the time to advance, though, if we're going to advance. Because they do not have their weapons out. See if we can chop down this guy, kill him. Oh. Alright. No luck there. I don't think there's any point keeping this high ground. I think we need to come in here and engage. The question is, do we want to engage here? Or do we want to engage here? I think we engage here. Oh, we'll shield wall up. Ah, I don't have the fatigue for that. Alright, I tried. Let's shield wall up here. I'm gonna try and protect my man. I guess I kind of didn't think about it. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, we're not even gonna be able to... I don't know why we built up so much fatigue. But we're just gonna have to recover, I guess. Alright, well, we want to move up so we can engage. Oof, this is tricky. Alright, I don't like some things that are going on here, but... I actually have a question with this. Why can't I do a shot? I'm not engaged, am I? I'm not out of arrows. Do I not have a line of sight? Oh, that's right. I already did my shot. Okay, I just forgot. The plan was to move up with the rest of the squad. Do we want to move here or not? Sure. Okay. I kind of forgot what was going on there. All right, we can be good at this high ground now. This is the only man we can hit, though. Good hit. Here, I'm a little bit unsure. I could move here, but that does leave us open to be engaged because of that pushback that we got. But I think we have to go for a kill here because that really heavily affected the morale. Now, the downside is that this man will not be able to really follow up with anything. Okay, we're just gonna wait with this man in the back. We're gonna have to wait here. Archer should be in a good position. I think we still go after the backliners. It's possible we'll be able to hit one of them. And if not, we're at least hitting the guy in front of him. Or at least have a chance of hitting him. Okay, that shield wall should do good work for us. So far, it has. Got another attack opportunity. Okay, we're continuing to put that overwhelm penalty on him, which is going to make him have a hard time engaging this guy. Okay, I think that's going to be it. We could put a dog out to try and help get the pressure off of us. Okay, so who do we want to go for? Well, I think clearly we want to go for somebody that's a good chance to hit. Neither of these guys have weapons out, so I think they're both good candidates, but this guy's 56. Let's go for him. Okay, at least we put the overwhelm on him. Okay. Have to switch weapons. Have to switch. Fortunately, we did take a hit there. Okay, we managed to soak a lot of that damage. Now the question is, what do we do with Gunther? Because Gunther we could put up, and we could start fighting. Then our issue is, what do we do with Alaric? Alaric, I think we put in this slot. So Gunther comes in. We already have an effect on this guy's morale. He's already a good chance to hit him, so let's go. They're going to try and fight that guy on the high ground. We're going to try and protect him. Okay. So, still no shield walls over here. I don't think I want to chop at shields, because these are kite shields that they're going to really be able to put up with the damage. So let's go after this guy. Another shield wall up just to save ourselves. I'm going to move in here. And we'll go after the guy that doesn't have a shield wall up. This guy being the guy that has a shield wall up. Okay. I don't think I have much of a choice other than to recover here. I'm mostly going to move up just so that I can put a body on this guy. Which actually worked because his morale went down. We are going to attack. Fortunately, didn't succeed, but that's okay. And he was too fatigued to do anything other than put a shield wall up. Okay. Well, this guy's pretty beat up. We probably want to try and take him down. As I said, they're going hardcore after this guy, so we got to give him breathing space. Let's see if we can finish a guy. At least attempt it. All right, shield wall for sure. And we should be able to attack here, so... I want to go after what we can get possibly a kill here. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. I still feel this guy is advisable to keep back, even though I think we are starting to turn the tide. One more turn. Okay, this man we can put up into the fight. We'll put him in the bush. And that should give him an attack opportunity on a few different men. Let's put it on the higher chance. Okay, we've got a flee. That's going to put us in a good position. Let's just wait for now. Okay, we have the opportunity to kill this guy. Down he goes. More fleeing is happening. Let's go ahead and move this man off the hill. And we'll start going for a pursuit course. Okay, so we don't want to attack into shield walls. We want to attack into good chances. So we got another flee. That's perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. I am going to shift down. It's going to give us a chance to attack these guys here. Crossbow loading in and fired. Okay. Arrows. Well, we don't want to go after fleeing men at this point, I don't think. But we also don't want to hit our own men. So let's go after the crossbowmen. Can we get an aim shot? Not a really great chance. I'm going to take the 2 shots. We hit other men, that's fine. Okay, full offense up there. Okay, so again, we're going for morale here, mostly. So I'm going to go after the guys that aren't already fleeing. Seeing if we can mitigate their chances to do a whole lot to us. Because we have a lot of fleeing going on, this is a perfect chance to, or time, to put a dog out. Problem being, I don't want to put the dog in a space that we want to be able to move. So I'm going to go ahead and wait for now. But this is a great opportunity to put at least 1 dog out. Maybe wanted to do that with other men, but for now, that's where we're at. So let's go ahead and shield wall up here. We'll go for this attack. Okay, Gunther, unfortunately, is going to have a hard time moving around here. Let's just go for full offense. We might be able to affect their morale by killing more men, so... Okay. Those attacks worked. Alright, so... Armor shield. He does have the counterattack up, so we don't want to attack into that. Let's attack the guy here. Try and affect his morale. Okay, we managed to get him to flee. That's perfect. Let's try and engage the crossbowman. If he hasn't reloaded, he won't be able to, so good call there. Let's go ahead and attack him too, try and affect his morale. Okay, now again, we shouldn't be able to move through men, so we're just going to put attacks out on targets to see if we can maybe fell a guy. Okay, maybe another successful attack and he'll go down. Not quite. Okay, so now we need to get in here and start attacking. Full offense here. You know, this guy's beat up, but I think it's still a good call to move him. And try and affect these guys' morale. Okay. We are in a position now that I feel like we could probably move this guy back up into an attacking position. There is a possibility the crossbowman will try and snipe him. Put our dog out. This dog should help regardless of where it ends up. Okay. Go ahead and do our attack here. This guy's already running. And let's throw out our dog to give this guy some problems. Mostly trying to affect his morale at this stage. Put another dog out. Okay, so let's go for the man that's not running, which is the guy that's up on the hill. Okay, he did not reload, so that worked out. Alright, that guy will be able to kill the dogs if I'm not careful, so... I'm gonna get up on top of this hill. Should give us an opportunity to attack him. I say, as it doesn't. Let's just arrow, then. Alright, we only have this one target in front of us. Let's hit him once. So at this stage, what we want to do is try and break this guy's morale so that the counterattacks do not work. We can also go after his shield. Okay, we managed to get that guy to flee. Fortunately, fatigue kind of being our enemy here. I'm trying to kill this guy so that it affects the morale of the other man. Fortunately, he is rock solid. Fortunately for me, his attack accuracy has been bad, but that's because he's got these stacking penalties that I keep throwing on him. So, as long as that's the case, we can really affect his chances to counterattack. Okay, another man down. He's by himself, so it's going to be really tough for him to succeed here. And we're going to continue to put penalties on him through this, so... he's gonna have a hard time. Move here so we get at least an arrow shot. Alright, another hit there. Did affect his morale. Perfect. I want to put myself in a position so I can attack him next turn. So I'm assuming he doesn't have enough fatigue to put up that counterattack. So now's the time to just go after him. He's going to have a hard time surviving the onslaught. We could go with another shield break. That more than likely will strip it. Unfortunately for us, we don't have the fatigue to then finish him. But this should be a done deal here in a second, as he's now fleeing. And our dog should be able to make quick work of him. We're not going to be able to do anything here, but we'll move away. Then finally, we move our last man into position. Let's run him down because we can. And the dog finishes him off. All right, so we did take some damage there. Big damage here, as that guy was in the middle of a beating, really. But he had that high ground. He was able to keep it. Unfortunately, he does have a sprained ankle, which is going to last 2 to 3 days. That's going to be a not great injury for him. He already has initiative penalties as well. He also took a decent injury to Gunner here, as he did take a crossbow bolt and then a little bit of injuries here and there. Fair amount of loot, though. This is a nice addition. The long axe does appear to work like a polearm. Range of 2 tiles. So this is more than likely going to be an item that we use for our backliners. So let's go ahead and loot those items. And we'll leave. All right, well, that was nice. We got all 11 heads, so we're up to 16 now. Let's go ahead and, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in the video here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.